Hello everyone and welcome back to the Return to Zero challenge. Today we'll be hunting down and farming Jagras. Or, well, we would be, if not for one small problem. In order to do that, we need to get one other weapon out of the way. Bone weapons. Thing is, I would ordinarily go out on an expedition for this, but we're in the early sections of the game, right before doing the mission that teaches us about expeditions. So, how do we circumvent this problem? Oh, well, that's actually kind of easy. You see, while you can't start expeditions, you can still collect items in quests. In fact, you don't even really have to finish the quest, you can just hit return from quest. If you go up here, or to any quest area, quest table, quest display, I don't know. Go to your optional, right here. This is one of the early quests you obtain. And you can actually use this quest to go around and obtain all the bones and ore that you require. Plus, it also just gets a really useful canteen item into the canteen for later, and you always want to collect canteen ingredients early on. So, that's the plan for today. First, we're going to get the bone and iron weapons out of the way, and then we're going to hunt down and farm Jagras until we have every armor and weapon it can offer us. But first, before we can get started, we need to mark everything down. And we're going to start with the iron weapons first. Then we'll move on to the bone weapons, doing them in two sort of separate missions. Additionally, we won't need to do the longsword upgrades for a while, as we've actually skipped a few levels thanks to an early gift. You can actually go and obtain it in the cabin pretty much from the start of the game, but you can't use it until after you fight Jagras. Additionally, now would be a good time to check if you can actually upgrade any of your kinsects if you are an insect glaive player, as they usually only require simple ore or bones. I'm actually going to use what materials I do have on hand early on to upgrade these. You can also easily purchase more if you want to go down all the routes, which I will be doing. I, however, will not be doing one of every element, because, it doesn't really change them, it just changes how they're statted. And plus, you can change them back at any time. It's like a weapon coding, I guess. But yes, that is all. And of course, before any great hunt, or simple expedition, it's good to be back in World. Kinda sad that they removed this sort of thing from Rise and Wilds. I mean, it's kind of there in Rise, but in Wilds it's just so watered down. And unfortunate. Comment down below, which of the eating animations of the most recent games do you prefer? Wilds, Rise, or World? I'm also going to be switching to bow real quick, as I would like to take out targets before they can get anywhere near me. I don't have anything stealth related right now, so this is about all I've got. Now, off to the quest. And as with all quests, make sure to pilfer the item box. Even if you don't technically need these items, you might switch up your playstyle later and require a lot of ammo. Plus, it's free, so do it. However, if you're running in a team with people and you steal ammo from the bowgun user, shame on you. Okay, now let's get rolling. Herb here. Since we're doing this sort of expedition style quest, or rather, you know what? There may be fighting after all. I'm not here for this thing, but I want to try to fight it. can do that in low rank? Okay, I've never seen that before. I have played this game for nearly 2,000 hours and never seen it use a projectile in low rank. Oh, what am I doing? I'm sitting in close range. Yeah, do not underestimate the close range coding. Uh-oh. Ah, it's a bad time to be charging. You're getting away, not that easy. Disintegrate! Oh. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Well, regardless, I did get hit quite a few times, so I can confidently say that I am fairly embarrassed of myself, especially considering I was using a ranged weapon there. And sure, I didn't take that much damage technically, but if this were master rank with, say, similar rank armor, I would have carded right there. Let's get back to collecting what we're here for. Oh, and you can get Makalite ore, so that's actually a whole nother tier of upgrades that we can do. I'll have to mark those back, mark this up when we get back to base. Oh. You can already encounter one of these? Well, keep an eye out for it while I'm here, but I'm not going to be too happy to fight one this early on. Let's go up here and collect these bones as well. Oh, I forgot there was a mining outcrop here. Nice. By the way, if you ever see one of these shiny bone piles, that actually means you have a higher chance of getting certain rarer materials from them. It's not guaranteed or anything, but it's higher. Additionally, there's actually an armor skill that allows you to see them from your minimap, which you should probably get if you ever make a gathering set, which is what I'll be doing in the future. Gimme. I want to make more use of traps in the future. For those who know what I'm currently tracking, I'm not looking for a fight with this thing, but I certainly wouldn't mind trying to square up with it at least. That said, we're only a few pieces of ore away from our first iron ore upgrade, so probably not going to risk it. I wonder if we can get medium monster bones from these piles. think I've ever seen any in low rank. I haven't seen hide nor tail of this thing, but I'm sure leaving a lot of clues. Okay, yeah, that confirms it. I can't even misconstrue that footprint anymore. It's an Anjanath. Well, with max tracking on it, we'll get some early ecology on it, and I'll be able to keep track of its movements. Ooh, exquisite shroom cap. That's 2 canteen items then. So, at gathering spots, for those of you who don't know, there are higher level items that you can gather at certain spots. And there are also top tier items you can gather at those spots, depending on, say, I don't know about the weather of the area, but whatever condition is currently active. So if we go to the map, let's see, does it say here? I think it would say here, but sometimes it'll be like, oh, there's like a bone pile upsurge, that sort of thing. If there's an upsurge in a certain gathering material, you can go there, and very rarely at a very specific spot that only spawns during those upsurges, so it'll be kind of hard to find, you can collect an item, guaranteed, that can be added to your canteen. And filling out your canteen as early as possible is a great way to boost your chances as a hunter early on. Still, nothing beats flat-out skill, so there is that. Early campsite.
ここならキャンプを作れそうですね。調査資源管理所に相談してみましょうか。
I don't think we're going to use this one very much, but there's one a bit more to the east that I get a lot of use out of. I forget exactly what you can use bloom mushrooms for. I really need to experiment more with the items in this game. As long as I've played, I haven't really used much. Never really relied on traps or anything before either. Usually just use traps or captures. Maybe I should start using them more offensively.
シルベムシのガイド先は生態マップから設定できますよ。
Please don't make it mad. Not when you be fighting an Anjanath. No matter how many times I've restarted and how much experience I've gotten against it, Anjanath has always been one scary opponent. What in the world does Smoke Nut do? Something the game doesn't tell you, but this particular plant that I just hit actually makes me invincible, not invincible, invisible to monsters, as long as I sit in it. However, if a monster is in it and you're outside of it, it has the same effect. But if you and a monster in it, then yes, it can see you. It's a little weird, but it works. And those plants right there can be used to poison things. Even monsters that are resistant to poison get almost immediately poisoned by it. Oh, you know what? Give me a part. Nice. Well, I might need a more specific one. I'm collecting Vespoid parts right now because they also have armors and weapons. And in order to unlock their armors and weapons, I may need to have to collect a couple parts out of them. We'll see, though. We'll see. You aren't catching me with that. Ugh, I hate these things. I like their design. They're kind of cool, but really annoying. Wow, I thought the thing was way farther than it was. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I need your pelt. I think it is now more important than ever that I start memorizing some of the spots for these things, because I've gotten really good at fighting monsters and understanding how certain weapons work, but never really taken the time to understand the environment that I fight them in, which is something that is very important in the older Monster Hunter games. And this is a shortcut to get over here very quickly. That's the rock trap I like using. Very fun. Bonk. Well, wait, hold on. If I got an investigation, that means it's, yeah, it's carvable. Oh, free materials at least. Uh-oh. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Okay, that's 3. That's another web. That's another web. Ooh, flash bugs. I love these things. You can use them to instantaneously blind a monster. Or, well, not a monster. Any monster that's looking at it in an area. However, this is especially useful against flying creatures. Just, don't use it too many times. It does start to lose effectiveness, like all status effects, the more you use it. Okay. Go back to picking some mushrooms. Then we'll get out of here. Ooh. Pretty. Oh boy. Oh, crap. Should we add, like, horror game to the tags for this? I'm just saying. That said, free research. Okay, 4 more. That means I'm going to need to find 2 more patches, bare minimum. Also, yes, I am moving towards it, but I've got an idea. I use that for the thumbnail. And there we go. And yeah, it's the end of the quest. It's a pretty simple quest, but without the use of expeditions, we're gonna have to use it to collect materials for now. Why don't I just move on? I mean, I could. I absolutely could. But I think it's more interesting to find a workaround for something, rather than simply advancing to a point in the story where I can do it more easily, as you will no doubt discover later, because there are quite a few points in the story that are like that. You'll see. Quite a few items to add to the canteen. This is the resource center, by the way. They want us to rebuild one of their camps, but there's quite a bit more you can do than just rebuilding camps here. You can actually take on these bounties, which, when completed, just give you free materials. Always do them. There's also investigations, which you can mark and then use for quests later. Oh, and these little boxes determine the chances of getting higher level rewards, as well as the number of them. And there could be slightly different conditions between them, as well as upsurges. This is actually the way most people do upsurges, but I just kind of bounce between zones until I can do an expedition, then I don't have to worry about the pressure of, oh, I've got to fight this thing and win. But now I'll leave those alone, though. Since we discovered a campsite earlier, we can actually deliver a material. Just a couple pieces of iron ore and an ancient bone. Now we have access to the Northwest Camp 8. And we have one more thing to do. Upgrade. 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 Yet another upgrade. Upgrade. And another one. Upgrade it again. Upgrade. Upgraded! Much better now. Yet another upgrade. Last one. Well, time to mark all these. And might as well mark upgrades while we're here. Oh, and a Vespoid weapon. Why not? Okay, it's time to get back to work. And this time, we've got to get 42 total bones. In this case, we've already got a majority of them. Well, no, sorry, not a majority. About half. Hey, you will try, you will not succeed. You know what, I'll give you this much. You're bold. Not strong enough. On the other hand, free materials. Guess can't be that mad. I want to make a route for bones. And an armor set. I'm gonna have to do that really early. Can't wait like I did last time. Speaking of waiting on things... The important thing about these fish is that they create a set of pants that allow you to move through water as if it were just not there. I forget what the skill is actually called, but it also does the same for snow, I do believe. It'll be very useful for a monster later on. I think the weirdest thing about this whole return to zero is that I'm spending a lot of time in areas I didn't really I didn't really expect to come back here too often. Sure, I hunted a lot of Jagras, but I didn't really spend any time actually looking around. I'm back here having to collect the most basic of materials again. I mean, pretty neat. I don't think I'll ever truly get tired of the maps in this game. They're all incredibly well designed. I think one of Monster Hunter's only failings is getting too big, and I think Rise and Wilds are perfect examples of that. The maps are just too large, too much fluff, much nothing going on, but World feels like an ecosystem. Like something that could actually function in the real world, assuming creatures this big could actually be supported by the biology and ecology of this world. Oh. That might have been a foolish mistake. How many bones do I need? Oh, wow, I'm actually only 7 away. So this is what it's like having nice drop chances. Unfortunately, I have terrible luck, so as the challenge continues onward, it might get progressively sadder in terms of drop chances. Which is going to be funnier for y'all, I assume, but oh, that is going to be so painful for me. Oh, I collected 2 there. A little scary. Accidentally ended the mission. You were looking around more for bones now than anything else. If you come up here just to mess with me, I will mess back. Not even here for y'all right now. Okay. I'm not usually one to interrupt my own gathering for stuff, but I want to give this a shot. Ow! Oh, I warned you. Before I collect this last piece... Yes, I have just barely enough bones. Well, now to see if I actually have the cash required to make all this stuff. Well, each of these will cost 200 zenny, so 200 times 14. 2,800? Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay, so I was able to craft them all. Now to try to upgrade them. Okay, and that is all of the bone weapons upgraded to level 2. I actually didn't think I'd have enough cash for that, and I guess I'm just used to these being worth like multiple thousands. Everything gets so expensive later. I don't like life. Well, first off, let's get these sorted. Okay, so definitely a power barrel for you. Or, sorry, long barrel? No. Honestly, I'm just gonna slap power barrels on these regardless. And my heavy bowguns will always get a shield. I kinda just can't live without it. One more thing. Maybe it's time I craft the armors. Well, I'm gonna do the rest of this off screen. You know this song and dance by now, though I will pop back with a few clips if I find anything interesting. Okay, after checking everything here, these are all small monsters. I actually want to dedicate the next episode after this one to the other small monsters, like Vespoid, Gajao, and Jagras. So that really leaves only the bone stuff. So, I'm gonna go out and get literally just 4 bones real quick. Be right back. And rob the item box. 1 bone. 2 bone. Light crystal. 3 bone. 4 bone. And done. And that is the bone armor done. I probably won't use most of this armor set, but I think I do know which piece I am going to be using for a while. The bone mail. Any boost to attack at any point in the game is always going to be useful. Now, we have to do what we came here for. The Jagras Hunt. And while I'm here, I'm going to use the last of my spare parts to make some stuff for my cat. One moment. Okay, I know what weapons I need. I know what parts I need. And most importantly, the almighty crow is ready. And so with that, I'm going to go ready my loadouts real quick. I shall return shortly. And now I am ready. So without further ado, let's get to hunting. Okay, where are you? I have a greatsword, and I'm not afraid to use it! Oh, I should probably also get some rocks. Give me your face! You know, I did that in kind of the wrong order. But regardless... And now you can't stop me.
体験は攻撃力の高い近接武器だ。隙は大きいが、その分威力は絶大だぞ。
Come on, come on. There we go. Do you mind? Here, you know what? There we go. Gotcha.
うまくダウンを取ったな。この好機を逃すなよ。
Ah, completely missed. That. Gotcha. Ah, went too far. You're getting away from me. Oh. Getting too early. One down, 7 to go.
剣はバランスの取れた近接武器だ。素早い攻撃と回避ができる。
Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, okay? Bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Flying bonk! Holy crap, I landed that. Give me your face! Yeah, you aren't getting out of here. Not without my permission. Especially now that slinger pot on the ground. Gimme! Ah. There we go. Perfect.
Gunlance は砲撃も可能な近接武器だ。
Hey, stupid lizard. Here's your birthday candles. Nah, that was terrible. That was garbage. Oh, it got me.
攻撃をまともに食らわないようにするんだ。ガードするという選択肢も忘れるなよ。
Oh, that's bad. Worth it. Are you running away? I'm gonna be real, I don't think so. What? Really? Exhausted off of that? Pathetic. Gonna go eat one of those Keston. Gives me some time to set up. GG! Anyways, before I turn yet another lizard into mush, tell me in the comments, do you like the sword form or the axe form better? Me personally, I'm a big fan of the axe. Ah, that's a shame. I was hoping you would at least move into it. Stamina, 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 stamina! Go down! Yeah! And it gets worse! GG! When it comes to this swapping weapon, I definitely prefer the sword. Just feels so much more fun and fluid, you know? Gimme. That's a good headshot! Man, I missed. This won't. Hold still, I'm gonna tenderize your face. Such a boring way to win. Ah, whatever. I'll take it. One word. Boom. Ah. Oh, got a lot of damage in that first starting bit, so let's keep going. Come on, fight me! Here you go! On the house! And of course... You get one free! That's a terrible joke, but you know what? I think it's funny, so I'm gonna keep using it.
Ah.
Well, now you have to deal with it.
畳みかけるぞ。
Aw. Still not quite enough damage, but I'll get there. I'll just use this. Will it reach? Nah. Wow, really? That's what got him? Okay, I'll take it. You know, this thing almost has enough DACA, but not quite enough. Yeah, how's that taste? Oh, well, I messed that up. Oh, wow, I did not get any iframes. That's, This one's moving around a lot. Granted, I'm also playing, like, the slowest weapon in the game, so... Yeah, no you don't. You're not going anywhere. More DACA! Actually, yeah, you know what? I am gonna wound your face. It'll be funny. Okay, now you can go. Yo, I got some more try. Get back here. Here, hold on. I need time to reload. Just stay right there. Okay, cool. Now all you gotta do is stand still long enough for me to turn you into tuna. Gotcha. Okay, I guess tuna is a fish, but, you know, the point was shredded. Okay, back into my normal armor. Now, it's time to get to crafting. Next up, upgrading. And finally, the armor. And now that it's all done, well, we might as well put it on. Well, I can confidently say that was a day well spent. Everything I can make from Jagras currently has been built. And with that, I think we can conclude our first proper episode. Well, if you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, share with your friends if you think they'll like it too, and if you want to support me more directly, head over to my Patreon. And with that, I wish you all a wonderful day.